You see? Right. Can you hear us now? Yeah, it wasn't on. You see? That's
Right.
something that never happened before. So good that you're hearing us now. We just wanted to let everyone know how much we love this job, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Being challenged to the max, aren't we?
Which is great.
Which is great. And the point that I want to make right at the beginning, okay, it's leading up to something. This is big, all right? We true Gnostics walk the talk. This is what we're doing here. Okay, so we are sharing our message with all of you, the work we do, and this is the template. This is the template, the blueprint of how to take a planet back. So when people ask me for my hobbies, what is your hobbies, Errol?
Taking realities back from the involutionary force and restoring them back to the way they were supposed to be originally.
Beautiful. If they would ask me what are my hobbies, is taking planets back whilst taking mafias down and thereby becoming the mafia as we're being guided toward, as we talked about Datura, which really hit home for them, didn't it? That was an impact that was quite profound that we also want to talk about, but we'll stay on the topic for now. Okay, this is an ongoing journey, and it we're integrating the power of the earth, aren't we? And it's quite something that I think hardly anyone has encountered before on this planet.
I don't think so.
So I think this is what we should talk about because this is the Gnostic Takeover Unleashed. So we are moving in, literally, we are moving in on the pedo satanic criminal network as we're speaking right now. So Gnosticism and true knowing means nothing if you don't decode it to the end. So we're now at a point, and I want to talk about how we've been led to this point where we are going in physically, full takeover. And how does this look like?
We're going in. We're going in this weekend.
Yeah.
So,
We're going in this weekend. And what we mean by that is we've got a living situation going on here. Okay? It's me and Errol here together with Liz and her daughter Leonie, who's 6 years old. And together we're at a very, very good friend here in a flat, basically living in what is
one room.
in one room, 18 square meters. How we're able to do this job the way we're doing it is a miracle in itself because it's really not an easy time we've been through. However, we do what needs to be done, and interestingly enough, it just so happens that we don't find any place to live in. Isn't that interesting?
And there's a reason behind it.
There's a big reason behind it.
Very good reason.
And I would say it's a leverage point, isn't it?
That's
It's
why.
a leverage point, and this is what we want to talk about today. Okay. So we can talk about what has led us up to this point, but we'll head straight to the point, okay? To say it right out. This is the first time we're speaking about this because we've just received the intel in the Earth transmissions, okay, with sacred plant medicine being our guide. And this is the point I would say where most people fail, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're moving in physically into a satanic temple. We're taking over there. That being, where is that going to happen? On a specific place on the earth, here in Austria, we're going to move in because we need a house, okay? It's just that, quite interestingly enough, we're not finding any place to stay. We're being there's people doing witchcraft Okay, basically the entities behind those people in the network doing witchcraft, so we can't have a living space. Because they know if we have our space, it will be game over for them, because then we're operating on a whole new level. So there's witchcraft going on here. We know this is happening. We know this is going on.
However, it all works in our favor. The witchcraft is allowed to be done to us for a reason. It's for a very good reason. Gives us more power, gives us more authority, and takes away more of their power so they have less. Then we go into their territories and we take them back. And then not only do we have place to live, we have places for other people to live and build and create too. Because they have been sitting on all these places as a cap so that the real people don't receive what they're supposed to receive. So we go in, we take them all, and we give them back to the people. That's what's happening now. And this weekend, we're going into where?
Higher Vision 2020.
Higher Vision 22. Higher Vision 22. Some ayahuasca. Yeah, right. They call it an ayahuasca retreat, but it's nothing to do with that. It's in a town called Molln, Molln, in Austria. And I worked in this place for 2 months in the summertime. When I say I worked in this place in the summertime, I went there. I was put there by the network, which I was still decoding to be the network. I didn't know it was the network. I was put there. And basically what happened was, first ceremony we did there, Steve was with us as well. And we experienced a big revealing of the person who runs this retreat, Philip Vespam. He revealed himself to us, and Steve went for the sleigh straight away. Gave him the chop there and then. So obviously, it turned out that Steve had to leave a few days after that. However, I stayed there for 2 months. Now this guy runs an ayahuasca retreat. Okay. I was there 2 months. Not one time did I see him drink the medicine. He was sitting next to me in nearly every single ceremony. Okay. He was the only one in the ceremony to not ever drink medicine. Okay. Because he knew that if he drank the medicine, okay, he would be instantly slayed. So what happened was over the days and weeks, the medicine was communicating me, Errol, this guy, look at what he is doing. So I started hinting to him slowly, Philip, what are you doing here, man? You know, seriously, do you want to tell me, or should I tell you? Always playing the innocent one. What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, this is what's going on. This is what I see. And it's coming through the medicine too, just to let you know. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I need to come in my power a bit more, but this bamboozle, basically. Never taking responsibility. Always totally dismissing what I have to tell him. So finally, we had this amazing medicine woman come over from California, USA. And she was actually a medicine woman for a change. The medicine was working with her, through her really well. and together we did good work there. And she was beginning to see some of Philip's stuff as well through the medicine. So she was beginning to support me with kind of slaying this guy. So in the end, I had to let rip and tell him, look, Philip, I've had enough. This is what's going on, okay? And you better own up to it, okay? And she backed me up, and some other people were backing me up as well. So in the end, he decided together with his wife, who I've only seen twice, nothing to do with the retreat or Hashi, in the background, witches, decided to tell me that I'm no longer needed. In other words, they got rid of me, which I was happy to do so because I revealed the place for what it was. My job's done there. I had to leave. And now, finally, since yesterday, we've been experiencing some intense energies. The medicine began to slay us, basically, yesterday morning. It was the Datura which began to slay us. So what happens is when the medicine starts slaying you, especially Datura, it means there's a teaching. She's teaching you. So it was on us to decode the teaching, and finally today we decode the teaching, and the teaching is Mother Earth is telling us, guys, it's time to go in. You have everything you need. You're fully back. It's time to go in. So you will start with Aya Vision 22.
This is a takeover, and I want to remind everyone here that we are not talking about your usual stuff, alternative media, meaning, okay? Being deviated from the main point, or always looking this, always looking that, and going round and round in circles. There's only ever been one problem on this planet. You know what it is? When you solve that one problem,
everything else is resolved.
Yeah, you solve all the problems on the earth, and then they call you a genius, when in actual fact it's been staring everyone in the face. But who's the one, or who are the ones that are actually doing the work? The only one problem, the only single problem we have on the earth is called Satanism. It's always been this way. This is the only problem. From that epicenter, the whole virus starts to spread throughout the earth. Everything comes from that. Comes from a distorted perception that is exemplified by the archetypal figure of Satan, or the demiurge, or the little crybaby, as I would like to call him, the little victim. That's where it comes from, and that needs healing. And I want to remind everyone, we're at war here. We're at war with Satanists. They do not belong here. They think, it's always been this way, will always be this way, and therefore, what are you gonna do? Now, then you need to integrate the real teaching, and you need to. This is the reason why we had to get rid of so many things in order to be able to think clearly, because there's so many mind viruses before we find out our true nature. And the real natural state of being of ours looks very, very different to what spiritualism has wanted us to believe we are. Oh, if you just are in your own balance and everything is just inside of you, so you don't do anything in the outside. You see how this works? Oh, just be inside of yourself. You can only change yourself, but never do anything in the outside, like challenging the Satanists. So all of this medicine work and everything that we're doing, our very existence, means nothing if we don't pull the trigger.
It means nothing.
That's why you need to know that we're in war. By knowing what the real crime is, who knows that? Who knows what the real crime on this planet is and the scope of it? Actually,
We know what it
having
is.
it fully integrated of what is happening in terms of human trafficking, slaughter of human beings through endless wars, and all the torture that's going on the planet. It's very well hidden, especially when you live in the Western countries. And oh yeah, we just have to wear the muzzle and everything's going to be fine. You have to decode things to the end. This is what Gnosticism teaches you. Gnosticism is you have to decode to the end and you have to keep going. So this has led us to the point now where we have to fully take over. We go into this satanic temple and tell this priest to leave. This is our house. This is how you do it. It's our planet. And the reason, you see, this is how we decoded it. We've been homeless for 6 weeks. Been living here in a small space here. But being homeless, you can see as you lose everything and you gain everything if you can transform that energy. So, in actual fact, the full decoding of this is I'm at home everywhere. This is my planet.
So we've finally decoded a signal coming from planetary intelligence, Mother Earth. And that signal is a high command from the Earth saying, guys, it's time to go in. Vision 22, that's where you begin from. We've already done San Corona. Obviously, it's not fully done yet. We need to go back and clean it up properly. But now you need to go into Vision 22 and you need to notify Philip with a notice of liability. Okay. See what he has to say. Okay. If he doesn't respond, then go in and remove him. Go in and remove him. He's so demented, he will threaten to call the police on us. I thought in the first place. However, how can he call the police on us when the police is on our side? When he himself is already afraid of the police? Now, I'll speak to you guys a little bit about IR Vision 22 in Moln in Austria, this place. The reason why Steve refers to it as a satanic temple is because they pose as an ayahuasca retreat, okay? However, they do not work with the jungle variant, which is the Kapi and the Chakruna, because it's not available. However, what is available here is the European, the North African version, which is Perganum Harmala, which is also known as Syrian Rue, which is also a very strong sacred medicine, which I work with too, with Steve. Or she works with us. And what they do is, obviously, you have two parts of the medicine. You have the Syrian root, and then you have the DMT, which is the mimosa. Okay, he only serves half of the medicine, which is the Syrian root, but he doesn't serve the DMT. Okay, so people, they don't have a full ceremony. They feel some things, they may get a little visions, they may go through some processes, okay? But they can never put a finger on their processes, okay? So that puts them into a loop where they have to come back. They think that they have to go back there again to the retreat for another session, another ceremony. And then they go again, pay him another God knows how much, right? Because it's all a business for them. And pretty much the same thing happens. So they're still thinking, oh, I've got to go back for another session. And it's a business. That's the way it's set up there. And not only just for a business as well, to actually put a cap on the medicine as well, so that people don't receive the full medicine. Okay, and as well as they know that the people who are going to make the change, the real medicine people, are going to have to come through that net anyway. So they catch them there. and they recruit them into the network without the people even realizing that they're being recruited into the network. Okay, so that's what this guy is doing in Vision 22, and it's game over, dear Philip. It's game over. We've given you enough time to pull yourself together, come forward, come clean. I spent and wasted I did not waste it, but I spent 2 years of my life with you there.
2 months.
Sorry, 2 months, not 2 years, 2 months, waiting for you to come clean. You chose to hide. You chose to mock me. You chose to lie to people about me. You turned people against me. Now it's game over. We're moving in this weekend. So expect a visit from us this weekend. Okay? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? And at the same time, can you imagine? This guy is supposed to run an ayahuasca retreat, okay? He's a weapons designer for an Israeli arms company who make weapons to sell to be used in genocide, in wars on innocent waged on innocent people across the Middle East and Northern Africa. But hey, he's a medicine man. No wonder why he's afraid to sit with the medicine, because the medicine will slay the shit out of him.
However, the same process that will kick in if he takes the medicine, so he doesn't take it, kicks in your experienced reality, and it's going to look him right in the face, and there's no way he can hide from it.
By the way, this guy, he never paid me a penny for the work I did for him for 2 months there. I run all the ceremonies for him. He didn't pay me a penny. And I remember him buying food once, maybe twice, and that was it. I had to salvage off the weekend food, leftovers from the retreats that we used to run. The leftover foods, the leftover rice, the bananas, you know.
This is the way these people treat.
And then they're always playing victim. Oh, I have no money. I've got to take care of my family. You have a farm you've converted into an ayahuasca retreat. You're using it as a business. You charge 600 plus euros for 2 ceremonies for a weekend from one person. Okay? The medicine costs you not even 2 euros. That's if you were serving the full medicine per serving per person. And you have no money. You live in another address in another house with your family. Your network, sunshine. We know this. We know your connections. How do we know your connections? The medicine showed me. The medicine showed us.
And the way this works, okay, so there's been witchcraft going on to keep us from having a place, because they know as soon as I think we deserve to have a home, don't we, Errol? For the work we do.
We deserve everything, man.
So how is it we're not receiving it? Oh, is it too little shadow work that I've done? I don't think so. I think it's a mechanism built in to the fabric of all of creation to fuck you up, mister.
Exactly.
That's how we get our home. And I like to call it enlightenment through divine violence. But we don't want it to come to this, do we? Because, quite honestly, we are not the violent ones.
However, guys, I would like to state that this video is this situation here is not about just getting a home. Okay, this is about bringing down the network.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is about pulling the thread so the rest come with them, and bringing them all down, so that everybody can see, so that they can be brought to justice. You know what? I'm gonna have a prison for all of these people. Okay, all of these Satanists. I'm gonna have a prison. One prison I can lock them all up in. Okay, I'm gonna have the key. And as I'm around, as I feel like it, I'm just going to go down to the prison, into the dungeons, and I'm going to unlock them and I'm going to torture them as I will, as they have been doing to our children. Yeah.
Well, what I would like to say is I'm a little bit speechless because I didn't expect that.
I will. You don't have to. I will.
So the medicine. This is a job from the medicine. You only get your home when you take them down. That's it. That's simple. Okay, and this is how the work with the medicine is. This is how it truly works with you. You do something for me and you get something. That's as simple as. And we won't pay for it, will we?
Pay for what?
To have our home.
We've already paid for it, and we're paying for it. We're constantly paying for it. We're sacrificing everything we have, putting our life force on the line by doing this job. It's our planet. It belongs to us. It doesn't belong to these assholes.
It's funny because I'm having to integrate what you just said before. Because you see, as human beings, we're not like that. I don't like to torture anyone.
Serafina is saying, your presence alone will torture them. You don't have to do anything but be there. Exactly. Absolutely. This is what I mean.
Exactly. Okay, good. So I'm a little bit at rest because you see, this is their sickness they brought here. They want to keep this sickness going. However, we're not like that. And therefore, what they've done is they've domesticated us so much to not ever take over. This is the one thing. Do you hear anyone talk about this? Taking over and how they're doing it. Anyone on the planet can anyone name anyone who's talking about taking it back? Is there anyone? Because I really don't think so.
Everyone's
And now you know why we deserve what we deserve. The Reiner Filmics and the lawyers are going to sort it out, or the doctors, or everyone's missing the point because no one knows what true enlightenment is really all about. Planetary intelligence, holistic intelligence.
You know, when Philip is telling me, okay, stories like, one day I was sleeping with my little one on top of me and I had my shirt off and my little one was naked, and when I woke up I found that I had ejaculated. You think to yourself, what the fuck are you telling me this for, and what the fuck are you telling me? Why are you telling me this, and what are you telling me for? And then after that you hear, oh, you know, I love everyone. Even if I see a pedophile, I would hug him and give him love because he needs love the most. No, Philip, I will slay the shit out of him so that he can't do it anymore. Who are you protecting? Huh?
So everything in life, okay? Everything in life is a choice. And everything is a point of leverage. So we could just as well be in victim mode. Oh, we can't find a home. Oh, you see, 6 weeks on and we're still in this place here, and down we go, the spiral, and into low vibration, being stuck in the emotion trap. Or everything's a choice. We use that leverage. Hang on. Let me think this through. What's really going on here? So we can't find a place. There's witchcraft going on the whole time because they don't want us to have a place. You see, this is how ridiculous this is. They are allowed to have many, many places. This is their demented mind, okay? They can have 5, 6 places, okay? And yeah, we will, and then not even pay someone who's doing the real work. They're not even paying him. This whole time he was there, hardly even buying food. Treat you like shit, having to slave for them. And then when we want a place, they do witchcraft for you not to get one. So what are you gonna get because of that? You're gonna get busted. This is what you get for all your witchcraft, all your people are doing in the network. And this is what Satanism is. Oh, witchcraft. This is what's going on, guys. What do you think the whole COVID is about? That's witchcraft. That's a whole satanic.
It's a spell.
Right in front of everyone's eyes, you have the spell.
Satanic ritual. Satanic ritual.
It's going to be over when everyone gets the vax. No, they want to invade the earth. So guess what? We invade them because it's our home. And this is where theory meets practice. When we say we're taking back the planet, we first take back a satanic temple, which is on a very specific place of energy on the earth grid, because that's how they can manipulate the collective field, the morphogenetic field from where they do their black magic satanic rituals. And we're invading that place because we don't give a fuck. And that is true enlightenment and true Gnosticism right there. If you don't take over, you're missing the point, and your entire life is worthless, and the medicine does not support you anymore.
Guys, anyone who is turning a blind eye to what is really going on, which is global genocide orchestrated on behalf of the Satanists, okay, is complicit in evil. End of. I already spoke about layers and levels of the network. So anyone who turns a blind eye, even if not willingly, consciously, are a part of the network, they're still a part of the network. This is how large the network is.
So today I just want to mention to all the viewers, we've contacted directly Gareth Icke to set up a conversation with his dad, with David Icke. So we can go through everything we've been through, back up this information, and upgrade David on the takeover and see who's for real.
See who's who.
Because this is crucial information. And we're not tolerating the circus anymore. We're not going to talk about bullshit. So I said, let us have a conversation with David. Simple. The Right Now show was not the right format for this information. So please give us a conversation with David. He'll have time, wouldn't he? When we're talking about the shift of power on the earth and taking back the planet, and us taking over and actually going into a satanic den and taking it over physically, doing the great work, the real great work of invading their space, because it's not theirs. Because if you are in charge, as we say, the new signal, you're at home everywhere on the planet. That's the absolute truth. You have to claim it, tell them and stare them down, and then they run. They will run. And then let the party begin. Let everyone who's got a problem with me being there show up there. because I want the country back. I want everything back, and they'll come. Let them come. Can't tolerate this anymore. This is genocide. And this is what I keep trying. I write to the alternative media, I write to all the people. No one's getting it because they themselves have been fished by the net. In the case of Max Egan, we have a feeling that Jeff Berwick is not who he says he is.
Oh, no. No.
It's the network at play again.
And they're fishing Max as well. They're fishing. He doesn't realize he's been fished.
Because I would ask, because I watched Max Egan today, okay, for the first time since a long time. At the end of the video, he promotes Jeff Berwick's newsletter. Okay, fair enough. And then I hear that Jeff is involved with charity work. Alarm bells ringing. Charity work. And the next you see, the second picture you see Jeff Berwick's wife with a muzzle.
Little children with muzzle on.
I thought Jeff Berwick was, from the very beginning, covering the whole COVID scam, which he did. And I thought the videos were excellent at the time, by the way. Credit where credit is due. But his wife on the picture wears a muzzle. They do charity work. And Max is there in Mexico and can't find a living space. Sounds interesting.
Similar story to ours. That's how they work, guys. This is how they work.
So we've got big questions, and we're gonna continue asking questions, and just tell people, have us on, because we need to talk about this, and this is genocide, and it's over. I don't want you speaking about PCI anymore. For fuck's sake. This is genocide. We've got the information to end it, and the more we get this information out there, the more the 100th monkey effect is going to kick in. The magnetics get activated more, but there's a cap, a blockade being put there, and we're not accepting this any longer from anyone in the so-called truth movement. We are not accepting it anymore. We have genocide here, and it has to stop. So let the people who know how to stop the genocide, let them speak. For Christ's sake, still we have a blockade. Who do you see is interviewing us? No one. This is not about us wanting to be interviewed. This is our duty. Every single day we're not ending this is a failure for us. When is enough enough? What's wrong with you people? Continuous talk about only COVID. What's wrong in your head? I seriously want to know. Has everyone gone crazy?
Yeah. Of course.
That's why I ask, who talks about taking over? Who goes into a satanic house of the high priest, right next to the church where the high priest resides, nukes the shit out of them with a datura ayahuasca bomb? Who walks and takes over a satanic temple and tells you live, because it's irrelevant what they think of it, because this is sovereignty. We're speaking from a place of sovereignty because we own this reality. It's independent of what anyone thinks, including the little bitch boy, Philip, who is in that place, Aya Vision 22. It doesn't matter if he watches it now and knows that we're going to invade on the weekend, because it matters not, because we take over anyway. Who talks about this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what we should be talking about as truly responsible, moral human beings, is how we can actually solve this crisis. And we're speaking it every single time.
It's time we put Aya Vision 22 on the map. It really is, on the global map, you know? And that's just one of the places, okay? There's many. Aya Vision 22 is in a small town called Mölln in Austria. And this town, Mölln, is actually it's not popular. However, people don't realize that there's a famous swordsmith, a weaponsmith in this town, and this weaponsmith has made the sword for the movie sets of Braveheart, which Mel Gibson was in. And they make weapons for many Hollywood movies. So basically, they supply weapons for movies for Hollywood. So you see the connection there, and this is two houses down the road from him. A small little town in Austria. Nobody even knows the name. That's how they work, guys.
Yeah, this is true, the true law of manifestation. Okay, this is where you get what you really want, is when you're doing the real work, which is you going after the Satanists and you tell them, as I did right in front of 5,000 people in Vienna, I said, you, the mafia, have to leave this country. Nothing happened to me. How is that? This all so powerful network. Because when you speak from your heart and in your truth, nothing can touch you.
Nothing.
That's the truth. So you have the right intention, then you go into the net, you're surrounded by the network everywhere. And the only way out is through. You have to bust it.
Yeah.
You have to invade their space and tell them to leave. This is my house. You're not allowed. And this is what the medicine, I want to talk about this also. This is what the medicine has instructed us, because they do not work with the medicine respectfully.
Is that a helicopter?
I don't know what that was.
Holy shit.
Strange noises. Because they do not work with them. They've been mocking and mistreating. You have to give a picture, They've been mocking and mistreating sacred plant medicine, taking the piss out of it for so many years, and now finally it's payback time. So we've got some strange noises going on here outside, which is kind of interesting.
I'm not surprised, mate.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Because of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not here for a joke.
But that's all they can do.
I'm not here for a joke, because I know this is war. And I know how to win it. I know how to win the war. And I just have to go in there. And that's why they've domesticated us so much. Oh, always be friendly. Oh, just stay and try and work hard, and you have your own home. You take a credit for money that they just print out of nowhere.
And just shut up. Keep it zipped.
And keep swallowing your emotions, and then later in life you become ill, and then when you're on your bed, on your deathbed, the last 5 minutes, you ask yourself the question why you didn't fuck them all up.
Yeah. What was your life all about?
Oh, and I will sleep beautifully when I know I fucked them up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness me. Yeah. What a beauty. This is the spirit of humanity that we are talking to you, that we activate that. We have to bust them. This is the highest form of spirituality. You have to fuck them up completely. They're fucking your children. They're torturing your children in the cellars. There's so much stuff going on that we have no idea about. We don't even have the imagination for the level of torture and the crime that is going on and has been going on the whole time. All these wars. These are the people that have perpetrated all these wars. And if you had the chance to absolutely tear them apart, would you go for it?
It's the highest honor. Highest honor.
This is the true spirituality. This is enlightenment. This is planetary intelligence. Everything else is a distraction. Watching them leave, these sick motherfuckers, politicians, these criminals, the way they think, the arrogance.
They're about to learn. They're about to learn that if you can think that you can set up court systems, you can judge anyone you want and prosecute and charge anyone you want. Okay, you're about to find out, okay, the consequences for it. If you think you can do all that, and when we make a judgment, you can tell us, oh, don't judge. Who are you to judge? We judge too. Yeah? So let's see where the justice lies now, shall we? The liberty. Huh? You're all done, guys.
As I like to say, I am the law. Who are you?
We are the law of the land, natural order of the one and only divine, one true high source, the one and only truth. That's the law. Natural order based on moral code. Moral code is the law. Anybody who lacks them, they will be brought to natural justice by the commanders of the land.
This is what we have backing us up. That's why we just show up there. Because you know what happens in the unseen. You've got all this plant medicine and the entire creation supporting you. Everything behind you. Everyone wants this scum to leave this planet. They have to leave now. Don't you think so too? The time is now. We can't wait any longer. If we wait any longer, I go insane. I have to slay them.
You know, if I go insane, that's when I tear them apart with my bare hands.
And we don't want it to come that way.
We don't want blood. We don't want blood.
No, not anymore. Enough blood has been spilt, and it would feed them again. Time is now. They can't do nothing about it because it's the truth. The land supports us. The truth actually is that you're at home everywhere on the planet. This is where we reinstall natural order. We're at home everywhere.
When you say leave, where do they go? They go back to the hell they came from. That's where they go.
Yeah. And where they've been hiding, okay, the real perpetrators of this crime, namely the archons that work from the unseen level, the occult, hostile forces as they're also called. They are the ones that have to leave. What happens to the human suits, I don't know. I think they're just robots anyway, to be totally honest. They'll just turn to ash. I don't know, but they'll really have to beg for mercy if they want any help from me for their healing.
They have no choice but to come to us, to beg for forgiveness. And then we will tell them, we will give them their next instructions.
Exactly.
That's it. That's how it works. That's natural order.
That's how you take over.
They come to us and kneel before us. Tables turn. We don't do that to them anymore. Please, can I have a job just to feed myself? Please, can I have a license just to get around in the car? Please, it's finished. They come to us and they beg, and we decide.
This is a takeover. It's a takeover. It's a full-blown takeover. The magnitude of which is so... It's a whole new reality. Therefore, we keep talking about it. This is a takeover. And we know we have access to the highest level of knowledge, which is that we have the very first say in all of this. And they have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to beg if they can stay. However, you won't be able to stay if you are still on that evil involutionary path.
You know, the harvest season is right now. Harvesting is very, very at its peak right now for the two sides, for good and evil. So a lot of people are easily being harvested right now by evil, who have been, those are the people who have been engaged in it anyway. Okay. On a level, they're all being harvested and being infested by these archons, being possessed by them. And the people who are already light, they're fully being harvested by the light now. And they're fully embodying the light and the power of the light, the power of the one and only.
The most important is to just let that grow and just continue on the journey. It's one step at a time. Then the next we're going to do was quite a challenging thought, but I knew it will come to this, and now I love it. I own it. Nothing can happen to me. If he says, "Oh, I'm going to call the police," yeah, call the police and let's see who they work for.
Well, call the police, because it's good that they're there so that they can witness what's happening too.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And let's look at what you've been really involved.
Remember, Philip, what happened in the first ceremony? When you tricked everybody, you tricked us, and you went and popped a mushroom instead of drinking ayahuasca, thinking that you're going to program everyone there and mind control them. And Steve popped your bubble. You were shitting yourself, afraid that the police is going to show up.
And that time.
You're right to breathe freedom.
That time is now. They've got nothing on me. Because that's what it is when you're a moral human being. However, to immoral beings, you kick them out. And it's time. This is what it is. And the highest honor, I want to also mention that the highest honor, thank you, Mother Ayahuasca and Datura, for instructing us.
Absolutely.
We love it. We
Absolutely.
rejoice in it. Yes, it's challenging. And I know you're laughing at us right now. Can you imagine this witch? The Datura witch, like... Yeah, that's why no one can handle her. But she loves the one that can handle her. You've got that level of protection and alliance. Ooh.
All the powers of the land are behind us. All the powers of the one and only source are behind us. Terrestrial and non-terrestrial. All of them. All of them.
And this is the very reason why
It's a big time.
most shamans don't work with Datura, huh?
Mm-mm.
You know, we just have to mention this to the viewers. You don't take Datura. She takes you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Do you know these plants? Because take the picture from the last video, or type in Datura. Take a look at how it looks like. It's like the plants in the comics, in the children movies. The little plants, you know, the plants that eat the flesh, that eat the humans.
Well, the flycatcher.
Yeah.
It's a weapon, guys. It's a weapon of mass destruction for the Archons. The Datura is a weapon of mass destruction for the Archons. It's reactive. It's like a nuclear bomb to them. Okay? And if we fall out of line with her vision, it will become the same to us as well.
Exactly. That's why we rather go into the satanic temple and take over than not doing it. You see what's more dangerous.
And the instructions, the high commands of the medicine of the land is you go in there and you do it, guys. And you are fully equipped and backed.
Exactly. That's how you do it.
All right.
What a medicine job. What a beautiful medicine. And this is you see, that's the weapons we have. Remember the Matrix when Neo gets all the weapons in order to get Morpheus out of the building? All these weapons he's stacked. That's what it is. It's the only weapon you need, because this reality is not material, it is energetic. Now, guess what the highest energy of this planet is? Think of the plant kingdom. And we're generals of the plant kingdom. Ooh. Now reality begins to look a little bit different than portrayed. This is true reality. This is real truth. Not talking bullshit, but about the takeover. Right there. The takeover. We're taking it back. You guys with us? Can we all integrate that into our being? We're taking it back. Because we all need our support. We need all our people to fully be in on this and really say, I've had enough of all of this bullshit. I realize that I've not been interested in any bullshit virus and the bloody testing and what comes with it from the very beginning. I've just been brainwashed to think I'm interested.
Which is directly coming from these pedophiliac Satanists anyway.
What we're interested is in reclaiming our earth. I hope we can agree on that. This is our message. We're taking over. And we're so happy to have you in on this. And that's the message. That's the zeitgeist. So speaking to you directly here. And I'm looking forward to continuing this journey. So I think we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Anything more to say? Anything to add? I think we've covered a lot again today.
Yeah, you're done, Philip. That's all I gotta say. You're done. It's time. You thought I would go away. You thought you could just brush me under the rug and just turn everybody against me and just hide me, and hide what happened. I'm back to haunt you. Okay? And this is my job. That's why I was sent to you by the high source. Yeah? I was sent to you by the source to slay the shit out of you and your network. Okay.
And isn't it beautiful how natural law absolutely shows you that there's consequences to your behavior, and you will experience those consequences of your behavior, even if it takes some time, some years. It may be 30 or 40 years or however your age is, Philip, but it will come for you. And it's looking you in the face.
Yeah. I mean, you've all tried to throw us under the buses, kill us in motorcycle accidents, make trees fall on us and kill us, poison our food, just get rid of us, basically. You've all tried to assign handlers to us to keep us in check and under control. It's all failed, guys. Okay, it's all failed. We are free. We're here in Austria, Amstetten. Okay? And we're coming after you because we know who you are. Because we've been with you guys for over a year now. We know the net. We know who the network is. All your witches, all your black magicians, we know. Yeah? You know how we know? The medicine showed us everything. And you all know this. Obviously, when we confront you, your first reaction is going to be, huh? What are you guys talking about? You guys have completely gone insane. Have you gone? It looks like you've gone insane along with Steve as well now, Errol, since you've been hanging around with Steve. Yeah, because you see, We're dealing with the individual here, okay? But there's an altar behind the individual. The archon hides behind the altar. So when you're speaking to the person's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But there's always triggers. You question enough, boom, trigger. Archon will come forward. Yeah.
And they've got nothing on us. Nothing. We know all the tricks. That's why we've been looking into all of this for a very long time. And now, as someone rightly said, it's payback time. And no, Ahmed and the wizard will not rejoin.
No.
Because we don't even know if they're human, to be totally honest.
They will have to wait until this is all over.
Exactly.
And then we will see what they were.
Because they also have blood on their hands. Okay? And I know exactly what happened, Ahmed. You can't bullshit me. Can't bullshit me because I know exactly what you tried. And it disgusts me. To be very kind. Absolutely disgusts me. But
he's not even aware himself.
Yeah.
It was the mechanism behind him.
But it's not my problem.
Exactly.
Definitely not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
So how I wanted to wrap this up is that everything has failed for you. The only way out is to bust the entire bubble. That means to bust the entire network. And this is how you take back a reality. You insert yourself as a capstone on the whole pyramid. Oh, there's a boss to this company and there's a boss to that. And you go and research all of that and you end up with BlackRock and Vanguard.
Here we go. Hello, Philip.
Oh,
good evening.
Here we are.
Call them out long enough. They will eventually. Philip is here with us saying, please stop this now. You tried to destroy me and my family. Classic. My wife and our children are now at home and she's extremely afraid. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Of you harming us physically. We used to be friends. We were never friends, Philip. We were never friends. Okay? You were always lying to me. We know what you're complicit in. Okay? And you see, they always play victim. My wife, my children. Philip, this isn't about your wife and your children. This is about every wife and every child on the planet. You supported genocide. That's what you support. Okay? And we are coming to have a nice chat and we're giving you a notice.
Giving you a notice.
Okay.
Philip, I know how the court system works and we're pressing those claims. All right? We know exactly what's going on. And you see, guys, this now as we are speaking, the whole bubble bursts of the network. So this guy has never been on our chat. They're listening to everything. You see, they're nothing. The whole control, ever since you were born into this planet, the whole control is by a satanic pedophile network. That's nothing. Exposed exactly for what it is. That is nothing. Now, Philip, excuse me, where's the psychotic now? Huh? Because I think it's just seeing through all the bullshit and tell your little bitch boys that we command Austria. We're in charge of this planet because we are entrusted with it. And you all have to leave. We own this country. We're in charge. If you want to play victim and play bullshit with us, there is a notice of liability that I'm giving to you, and we are pressing those charges. And I want to tell you, I know how your court system works. I can defeat any satanic judge because I am the law. So if you want to play victim, we're pressing charges, all right? No bullshit.
Exactly. It's game up. It's game up.
No, we're not stopping. We're just starting. We're taking it back. And we take this planet back by taking back what belongs to us. And this is our house. Because you've been working with the medicine by perverting it,
No,
by mocking it.
You're mocking the medicine, man. You're mocking the medicine. Is fucking pissed at you. Okay? She's pissed at you.
And it's payback time. We're going to show you, because she's sending us to tell you to never touch the medicine anymore. When you don't touch the medicine anymore, you're not doing any retreats anymore. We're going to do them, because we're the ones instructed by the medicine to work with the medicine, not you. It's over. This is how it looks like when it's over for you, because you've been looking the other way for too long, trying to run away as victim. Oh, I've got money problems. Blah, blah, blah. It's coming back to bite you.
Exactly. This is Datura, Philip. She called us. She called us, by the way, in your absence.
And I'm sending a Datura wave right where you are right now, because I say so. Under the high command of the highest source, may lightning strike to you in the form of Datura. I'm not playing games, all right? And this is just the beginning. We know exactly what goes on here. I've studied Satanism for more than 10 years. Your whole network busts now. Everyone. And whoever's got a problem with that should show the fuck up. Show up.
Just a minute. You've got it the wrong way around, Philip. You say, why are all your friends leaving you? Look inside of you. Classic satanic mindset. Look inside of you. I'm out here seeing what I'm seeing because I've been looking inside of me all my fucking life. Our friends, we never had friends, Philip. All we had was network around us because of who we are and what we are. With the truth, we stand in the truth and reveal all of you. We don't need friends, Philip. We have ourselves. We're sovereign. We need nothing. We're independent. We're not dependent on anything or anyone but ourselves. You play victim. My family, my wife, my this, my business, my that. I haven't had an address since I've been here for over a year, trying to slay you bastards. Do I play victim? Huh? I'm not a victim, okay? I am the power, the authority, the command of the one and only high source, and you're finished. What are you going to say?
Philip, we're not only going to get the bike, but we're going to take the retreat center because we're in charge of the medicine, and the medicine does not allow you to work with the medicine anymore. We're going to work with the medicine. We need a home, and therefore we're claiming our home. If you want to phone up the police, we're quite happy because I'm writing a notice of liability because I know about your little shit secrets. I know what's going on. I know what you're involved in, and it's a pedo satanic criminal network operation that you're running. You're also involved in the arms industry, and wars are illegal on this planet, and it's unlawful, and it's not tolerated anymore, and you suffer the fucking consequences, all right? We can see each other at court. I'm going to press claims against you because I know you're the criminal. You've got blood on your hands, and I know how the court system works, so don't even try it. Yeah, show me proof. I'm going to show you the fucking proof. I'm absolute. Thank you for initiating this. You call the fucking police, please, because I want to bring you criminals to justice. You sicko. We know exactly what's happening.
Hey, Philip, I've been in this country, so-called illegal, so-called, according to the system, for over a year now. No passport, no identification, no nothing. Okay? The police have tried to take me in. They put me into a concentration camp, okay? I told them where to go and I left, okay? What? They tried to take me in again. They got physical, okay? No power. They couldn't take me in, okay? They've been sending letters to my house, England, addresses which they thought I was at here, but I was not. And they've stopped now. What? They know who I am. They know where I am. They cannot touch me. I have the network. I had a member of the network approach me in a supermarket 2 weeks ago, okay, telling me, I would love to take you in now, but I am not allowed to. Because they know what I am. They know what I am. They know that I know what I am. They know that I know what I'm here to do. They know I'm their biggest nightmare. Okay? So it would be lovely to have the police there.
Yeah.
So they can be witness to what we are doing.
I'm not interested what you say, Philip, because you know how the court system works. Okay, when you try to get the police, I say thank you, because the police is the public servant. Okay, and further, I'm not interested what you say. I'm interested what I'm gonna say. I'm pressing a claim. I know how the court system works. You little idiot! Don't you get it? Don't you get it that we're gonna press claims? And that this operation you've been running is not allowed anymore. We're busting all of you. Tell your bitch boys, Heinz, Zinke, and Shanti, and all of them. Tell them the boys are in town. Because I would like to give them a bloody teaching. For real. We're not afraid of anyone, Philip. There's no way you can intimidate two slayers who know exactly why they're here and who know exactly what the problem is on this planet, and it has to do with you.
Yeah, Philip, you see, this is what real medicine work looks like. Yeah? So meanwhile, you stay in all your peace and your love, and they're fluffy, okay? And just as long as you and your family are okay, never mind what is happening around you in the world. Yeah? It doesn't matter. That's the true definition of Satanism. How could it not bother you what's going on in the world around you, and you still play victim, and you use your family to defend yourself? I need to take care of my family. You're not the only one with a family.
Fucking idiot.
Every child on the planet is my child. Every mother on the planet is my mother. Every sister on the planet is my sister. Every brother on the planet is my brother. Every father on the planet is my father. Okay? So quit playing victim and using the pathetic excuse of your family. And quit talking shit to people about me too. Not that I give a shit about what those people think, because I know who they are anyway.
This is what we call a shachmat, Philip. So you go all into victim mode, oh, my family, and no, we're coming in. We're going to live there. We're going to hold retreats there because we're the ones who work with the medicine. Now, if you turn over, okay, look, it's totally fine that you make the free will choice to call the police for your help. Yeah. What does Stephen Errol say? Come and bring the police because they work for us. And the police won't be interested in your little, oh, it's about my family. They'll be interested in what's going on here. And I can tell them exactly what's going on here. There's no one I know that's more informed of what's going on the planet than me and Errol. We'll have definitely a lot of things to say to the police of what's going on here. Now, if they then are not pursuing the investigation where we say that you're a pedophile and you're running a satanic network, part of it, if they don't investigate and pull charges to you working for us, they are going to be privately liable. The policeman who says, oh no, we're not going any further, like with the Jimmy Savile story, okay? You're not going to be dead before you're investigated. You're going to be investigated while you're alive. And then you fuck with the wrong people. Do you get it? You fuck with the wrong people. Because I know how the court system works. I've studied mathematics, so I just need to find out the variables and I can order them and fuck all of you up because I don't give a fuck. You've messed with the wrong people because I'm so crazy that I don't even give a fuck if the entire planet turns out to be a satanic network. I will still speak the truth no matter what. Who do you think you are? Where is your little victim story now? I think it's left this. Yes.
Don't want to be further exposed. Right, we've got this video as evidence as well.
Very good.
Back up, we've got a lot of evidence.
Good. It will be stored. And the police will be really interested. So finally they find out why they're actually policemen, because I think they've had enough of running around in circles at these demonstrations. Now we give them a real fucking
don't
job.
Wear muzzles.
Now we're giving them a real fucking job, not pressing charges against people not wearing a muzzle. That is not even law, and they will privately liable for it. They'll be very interested in taking down a satanic pedophile ring that you're involved in. That's what they will actually begin to believe in themselves again.
Especially when we lead them.
And we're going to lead them with pleasure. It's what we came here to do.
This place. But we don't have a warrant. Yes, you do. Authorized by planetary intelligence, natural order. Fuck the church. Let's go in.
We're going in, guys. What a beautiful, extraordinary.
The church is the law here. Fuck the church. We're going in.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's not the law.
We are the law.
We are the law. We bring the war of natural order. We draw the border.
Well, this has been amazing, and this is why I love doing this job. We're just getting started. I love this job.
It's beautiful. You call them out, they come.
Yeah.
It's the command.
Beautiful. What a power. You're witness right here to something extraordinary.
Wonderful. And on top of that, he's still trying to play the game. I took care of you. How the fuck you taking care of me, man? I took care of you, you bastard. You made me complicit in your fucking crime. By trying to recover for 2 months what you're actually doing there through medicine work, which you were putting a cap on. So I wasn't even taking the full medicine myself. It was coming to me in drips and drabs.
Game over. Game freaking over.
Yeah. It's what you get for messing with natural order and the medicine. It's done.
You see what happens, Larry, when you try to fuck with the wrong people. Police sending me 200-300 letters because I don't comply with these muzzles. You see what happens, Larry. I don't think I'm gonna ever see the inside of a cell. And because of the letters and all the attacks and all the witchcraft and witchery putting me into depression, it backfired in the form of dropping a fucking ayahuasca datura bomb on your boss, Francis Fogler, the high priest of Satanism in St. Corona, that you, Philip, are too freaking scared to face. We nuked the shit out of him. So I don't think we're going to be that intimidated by you, boy. So do you understand everything that we've said?
Keep exposing yourself.
Because if not,
exposing yourself.
It doesn't matter. Because the truth is the truth, and that kicks you in the ass.
It's interesting how you haven't yet called the police after all this conversation, Philip, isn't it?
Why don't you press charges? Oh, why don't you press claims? Because you're too dumb to know it, aren't you? I know how to press claims. Yeah, because I was taught by the medicine, and I listened.
Victim. You're destroying my business. Stop. You're destroying my business. Who the hell are you to make a business out of divine medicine, man? Especially when you're in the arms industry already making an income. Who the fuck do you think you are? And on top of that, you want to control what we do. And who the fuck are you to tell me what to do on my planet? My earth, you don't even belong here. Archon,
This is the power.
they get ready to face me this weekend. Face to face.
Wow. This.
And then you can have there, you can be prepared and have there with you whoever you need to have, whether it be the police, whether it be the rest of your Satanist buddies. Oh, what a beautiful honor, man. What a beautiful honor.
Beautiful. Not intimidated one bit. That's it. We're doing what we're doing. Thank you. Thank you, medicine. Thank you for everything.
Yep.
True honor.
You think I don't know what you guys were doing with Maya and Johannes as well. You think I don't know what you were doing with them.
Payback time, and it's beautiful. I'm going to celebrate this. So, till next time, we wrap this up.
Adios.
This is what the Gnostic Takeover looks like. You lock us down, we take you down. Simple. Till next time, everyone, take very, very good care. Much love. Bye-bye.